Right, yes guys, welcome back to the second day macro. Hope everyone's doing well. We've finally come up and we've retraced to 50% of this price range here. So as you can see, we've come into this 15-minute gap and we've retraced back into premium, which is exactly what we wanted to see. So now what I'm looking for is this displacement lower, and then we can take the next value up to go short and obviously target that original drawn liquidity in the morning, those equal lows down here on the daily time frame. So we are currently in a fair value gap as we speak, but it's 3 minutes before the macro, which is slightly annoying. So we'll see if price decides to wait for us and we get entry. If not, then it is what it is. We can't really do much about that. But hopefully we get a entry into the macro, and yeah. All right.
Order filled.
Short of that, guys. Alright guys, so we've entered, all the levels are in, right, whatever happens, happens, we've accepted the risk, no worries at all. We've gone short of that value gap here, we came back up, we retraced into premium, we're going with the drawn liquidity, right, so we're not trading against that. Stop loss is in a valid place, right above the swing high. First EP, 50% of this price range here, where we take majority of position off. Second TP just resting a little bit below that at the next internal sell side, and then final TP is all the way at external sell side liquidity. So we'll see what we get. If it plays out, amazing stuff. If it doesn't and we have to take a loss here, that's fine. I'm happy with that as well. Either way, I've accepted the risk. Whatever happens, happens. Right, I couldn't care less, guys. So I'm hoping you have the same mindset as well. Definitely should not be emotional, right, and only risk an amount that you're comfortable risking. So right now for me, 6 contracts, I've scaled up. I used to do 4 contracts, now I'm starting to scale up slowly. So I'm risking around 6 contracts on each trade across multiple funded accounts. So I feel pretty comfortable risking that amount. Now for someone else, that might be a little bit too much for them, right? So you have to find an amount that is comfortable for you. Right, we are up on this pretty heavy already, guys. We're watching ES. Once ES takes that, we're going to be closing 80% of our position off, okay? Move your stops as well. 0.12.25 to that swing high. Reduce your risk a little bit. So we're watching ES now, okay? As soon as ES takes that objective, which is our first EP on NQ, we're gonna be closing out. I'm either gonna move my stops to that displacement candles high now. Since we are so close already, guys, to that objective, there's no reason why we should be risking a lot of capital here. Okay, so stops are near break even now, risk-free trade. Right, ES just tapped that. I'm going to be closing 40%, sorry,
Order
80%
filled.
position off. Let's go, guys. Absolute bang of a trade. Absolute banger. I'm actually going to move my TP, second TP, to this gap here. 887 or 50. You should be 80% out there, guys, if you're not already. That is around 67 handles secured. Let's go, guys. This week has actually been insane. We're closing out on a very big profit. Very big profit. Get some W's in the chat. Let's go, guys. Come on. Someone just made $3 grand on their account. Let's go, bro. Good shit. Past 3 funded. Let's go. Everyone's winning. Everyone is winning. That is what I like to see. That is what I like to see. Let me move my stops to 967 here. Okay, so either way now, if we get stopped out, we're in a profit. Topski Friday, let's go, bro. Let's go. Finally, guys. Finally, we're getting some good price action. All right. This is the, honestly, you be patient and this is what you get. This is what you get when you're patient. We didn't trade for like 10 days and then boom. The first 2 trades that we take yesterday and today are both bangers. Like, ridiculous. That's the power of patience. ICT categories market wizards. Alright, we're about to get stopped out in the profit here. Let's see. Could this be an SMT? If this is an SMT, this will be huge. ES took that high, NQ has not. If this sells off now, this will be huge, guys. One tick. One tick. Let's see. Wow. Guys, when it comes to stop loss edge, right, we are the kings. Stop loss edge, I can't count how many times I've been edged by a stop loss by one tick and I've hit TP. I've done it so many times now. I won't be surprised if this runs all the way to final TP. I would not be surprised. That's just what we do, guys. Yeah, great way to start August. Absolute great way. I want to see displacement below that low. Below that low, and we accelerate towards this gap, where we can close a further 10% off. See what we get. Let's get some ones in the chat if you lot are still in this with me. Who's still in this? One. Alright, boys. Let's see what we get here. Boys and girls. Yeah, I keep forgetting, guys, there's obviously girls in the chat as well. But, you know, when I say boys, I mean boys and girls, you know. And when I say guys, I'm referring to all genders. Right, I'm watching ES, so as soon as ES taps into that gap, I'm going to close out another contract. Got some kids running in the corridor. I'm not sure if you lot can hear that. Someone said trading cards is what we call it. Right, let's see. Yes, getting close. Get ready here, guys. Right. I'm going to try my stops at this point. 943.75. There is a tiny gap there on the S, which it has tapped into, so if it does start to push up higher here, I'm going to treat this as an SMT. Should hold. If it doesn't, cool, we get stopped out, and other than that, it's been a great trade. So, but yeah, definitely want to protect my profits. No sound. But yeah, either way, guys, we get stopped out here. Huge profit, so it's all good. Again. Stop loss edge again. There's no way. There's actually no way. Since joining you a few months ago, funded 500,000. Fucking hell, bro. Amazing. 500k funded, let's go. Love to hear it, man. I love to hear it. Guys, if you've made some money, right, make sure to spam the shit out of that and post it into the Wins and Results channel. I'm not sure how we've not been stopped out on this.
Order
Right.
filled.
There you have it, guys. We got stopped out in a profit. Scored around 90 handles on that trade there. Absolutely crazy. All right, guys, what an absolute banger of a trade and what an absolute amazing way to end the week on a Friday with a 90 handle banger. Let's break this trade down. Going into the morning, right, there wasn't much opportunity in the first AM macro because we went down and we came so close to that drawn liquidity where like going short when you're already that close doesn't really make sense. And then going long doesn't make sense either, right? You can go long and catch the retracement leg. However, it's just risky. Did we get a valid long setup to catch the retracement? We did not, right? Price just slowly trickled up back into a premium. So what I was looking for in a 15-minute time frame, I was looking for this gap here to get respected. So I measured from swing high to swing low, figured out the price range, right? Premium, discount, waited for price to come back into a premium of this price range. Once it came back into a premium, we're inside that 15-minute gap, and we simply just waited for a displacement lower, which we got on this candle here, right? So we had a mitigation block paired with a fair value gap on this one, and we got an entry exactly at 9.45, which is inside the macro, right? Stop loss was above a swing high. Price then came down. We then trailed our stops further and we targeted 50% of this range. Found 50%. First TP was at this low. And then that's where we closed around 80% of our position off. TP2 was going to be this fair value gap here, resting in a discount, which we didn't get, which is all good. And we got stopped out on the profit. But anyways, guys, hope you all enjoyed the live stream. Have a great rest of your day and have a great rest of your weekend. I will see you lot next week instead of Monday's live stream. All right. Until then, guys, take it easy.